Welcome to Concordant United Church's Fireside Chat. This is the digital space where I reflect on current events from a faith perspective, mixing in some humor, some song, and some prayer. Thanks to the well-practiced skills of Judy Zarubik on the other side of your screen, this Fireside Chat is recorded while she makes the tech flow smoothly. Once recorded, Terry Boyd uploads it to our YouTube channel, where you found us. Thank you both. I couldn't do this without either of you. Now, this is our first fireside chat since we celebrated Easter, so this cartoon got me giggling. I find that during the season of Easter, some people ask me about life after death. Here's a Riley practical perspective. Still, it doesn't answer the common demand for someone to tell me why. Maybe there is some wisdom we can glean from Star Wars. On the other hand, I also love Star Trek. Let's go from the silly to the ridiculous, where this one is just a terrible pun. I've been thinking a lot about the fact that the Muslim holy month of Ramadan coincides this year with Lent and Easter, as well as with the Jewish celebration of the Passover. Yet those celebrations were terribly muted in Israel this year, despite Jerusalem being claimed by all three faiths as central to their observances. After all, the war between Hamas and Israel has ratcheted up tensions, and the human life lost, first through the massacre of Jewish Israelis and then the seemingly indiscriminate bombing of the Gaza Strip, exposes our human polarization. Often this polarization is characterized as worst between religious groups. Religious groups are portrayed as arch enemies. The late civil rights activist James Baldwin wrote, "I imagine one of the reasons people cling to their hate so stubbornly is because they sense once hate is gone, they will be forced to deal with pain. Perhaps that pain is their fear about returned hatred." Progressive Christian theologian and pastor Benjamin Kremer writes, "When we Christians become convinced that we are the only authority on truth, that anyone who opposes us is evil, and that things will only get better if we are in charge of all positions of power, that is when we know we are no longer worshiping God. We are worshiping ourselves." Consider this. It's not your faith, it's your bigotry. Love thy neighbor, thy homeless neighbor, thy gay neighbor, thy Muslim neighbor, thy black neighbor, thy immigrant neighbor, thy Jewish neighbor, thy addicted neighbor, thy Christian neighbor, thy atheist neighbor, thy disabled neighbor. Jesus didn't make exceptions, and we shouldn't either. Throw away the idea that you need to agree with someone completely on every topic, excuse me, to be friends, partners, or colleagues. There is beauty in difference, and there's power in understanding another person. In my 20s, I was an amateur dancer for a musical theater company. When we started our rehearsals, we were thrown together with relative strangers, each with our own way of doing things, of thinking about things, of moving through the world. Each of us had to be open to the leadership of the choreographer, trusting the overall vision for the dance, accepting that we needed to work out how to become a whole through our performance. The most important part was learning to trust my dance partners. It was often chaotic, confusing, and difficult, not to mention a lot of work through practice. Here is what I mean in this video of rehearsals for the appropriately titled song, Come Together.
We are at the Rexona Dance Studio today learning the choreo for Come Together.
Wildebeest and Janelle choreographed this song.
5, 6, 7, 8, 1.
Come back, come back. And then
Ka-ka-woom. Yes! Not bad.
eight deck just in the air.
Cat, cat, shoot, cat, so boom! A left, right, then a right.
What are we doing? Where are we now? What is the reason why we knock each other down? Why are you lonely? What do you need? What will it take to make us fly right off the ground?
The vibe of the choreography is very exciting.
It's actually fun to watch because like there's a lot going on like everywhere, so it's like boom, 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 where do I look? So it's really fun.
The vibe of the choreography in one word is party! Woo woo!
They need to be ingrained in your body, so it's not like you're thinking about what lyric am I stepping on. You know it. No, I just feel like it features everyone so well. Like it shows their strength. You know what I mean? And that's really, I don't know, it's just really beautiful to watch.
My favorite move in the whole choreography is this.
I just think it's fun.
Come on me, feel the rush. Let's get close and share love. Take my hand, it's yours to hold. Come together, don't let go. Light the sky, burn it up. We are young and beautiful.
I just think party, party, party the whole time because it's like energy, power, strength. Everybody come together and dance.
When I am dancing to this song, I feel free like a bird and I want to fly in the sky.
When I'm dancing to this song, I feel really happy.
What did we just do?
We just almost finished.
Almost, yeah,
We're
almost.
getting there. Almost finished Come
Almost.
Together choreo today.
Yes.
Day 3. Voila. Exciting.
just in the air. Had so much fun with Now United. It had been a while. They're amazing. They worked really hard. We got through 2 songs pretty fast, and Come Together is just like, it just feels good. It feels right. It feels like what the world needs right now. Just like the world needs Now United. Really excited, and I can't wait for the rest of 2020 with Now United.
Did you notice that? I can't wait for the rest of 2020. That was filmed 4 years ago. And like the dancers in that video, the dance troupe I was part of had to adjust to one another, learning how each person moved, forcing us to collaborate while helping each other learn, becoming a whole so we could ensure the dance was performed as well as possible. The dance became the glue holding us together, just as love is the glue holding people of different faiths together. Consider these perspectives on the wide diversity of faith practices and beliefs. So, out of thousands of religions that exist, the only one you were exposed to as a child is the only true religion. What an amazing coincidence. Maybe it is different candles with the same light. Lord Jonathan Sachs writes about that light. For though my faith is not yours and your faith is not mine, if we are each free to light our own flame, together we can banish some of the darkness of the world. In fact, omnimism is the belief that no religion is the only truth, but that truths are found in them all, and a belief in a single transcendent purpose or cause uniting all things and people. Put in other words, Richard Rohr writes, the Christ mystery is much bigger than Christianity as an organized religion. If we don't understand this, Christians will have little ability to make friends with, build bridges to, understand or respect other religions or the planet. Jesus did not come to create a country club or a tribe of people who would say, we're in and you're out. We've got the truth and you don't. Jesus came to reveal something that was true everywhere for everyone and all the time. Consider this wise 7-year-old girl as she answered her dad's question about bullying at school. It may not seem relevant, but her answer speaks directly to those who would try to tell others they are misguided in their beliefs.
Cool. And another kid said, I don't like that outfit. It looks dumb, or whatever. How would you respond?
Oh, that's easy. I would say, well, I like what I chose, but I like your clothes.
They would say an insult and you would flip it with a compliment?
Yeah.
Wow, why would you do that?
I think that it would be a kind thing to do. And it would show them that I'm tough and that can't stop me.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Did you know adults don't even do that?
Really?
Adults can't even do that. If you wore...
Notice that the girl chose to respond with grace and with understanding. She opened herself to the other person by affirming them instead of tearing them down. She chose a loving response to show her strength. Reverend Dr. Barbara Brown Taylor writes, most of us like thinking we are God's only children. At least one of the purposes of the church is to remind us that God has other children easily as precious as we. Baptism and narcissism cancel each other out. Wayne William Snellgrove, a Saulteaux Cree from the Fishing Lake First Nation in Saskatchewan, writes, religion says you're only right if you believe what I believe. Spirit says you are right when you come from a place of love. Anything that divides us is not from the Spirit. We are all connected. Writes Muhammad Ali, we all have the same God, we just serve him differently. Rivers, lakes, ponds, streams, and oceans all have different names, but they all contain water. So do religions have different names, and they all contain truth expressed in different ways, forms, and times. It doesn't matter whether you're a Muslim, a Christian, or a Jew. When you believe in God, you should believe that all people are part of one family. If you love God, you can't love only some of his children. Consider this image. The world is changed by your example, not by your opinion. I want to show you the finished video stemming from the first video that dancers were rehearsing so hard and so diligently. Their example of collaboration, of helping each other, of finding ways to become one, has borne fruit. Notice the opening lyrics ask, what are we doing? Where are we now? What is the reason we knock each other down? later in the video, as the choreographer demonstrates that the word, choreography rather, demonstrates that the words describe and they sing, take my hand, it's yours to hold. Come together. Let's see what they have accomplished so well together.
What are we doing? Where are we now? What is the reason why we knock each other down? Why are you lonely? What do you need? What will it take to make us fly right off the ground?
Just like us in the air, throw our worries away. We don't need them. No, we don't need them.
Come on me, feel the rush. Let's get close and shine a love. Take my hand, it's yours to hold. Come together, don't let go. Light the sky, burn it up. We are young and beautiful. Take my hand, it's yours to hold. Come together, don't let go. Come together, everyone, everywhere now. Come together on the floor, on the playground. Catch the rhythm now, turn the music loud. Come together like oh, oh, oh. Come together, everyone, everywhere now. Come together on the floor, on the playground. Catch the rhythm now, turn the music loud. Come together like oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. Just a believer, lost in the crowd. But all that matters are the ones that we surround. Touching the ceiling, right here and now. Somehow I feel that we are floating off the ground.
Just like us in the air, throw our worries away. We don't need them. No, we don't need them.
Come on me, feel the rush. Let's get close and shine a love. Take my hand, it's yours to hold. Come together, don't let go. Light the sky, burn it up. We are young and beautiful. Take my hand, it's yours to hold. Come together, don't let go. Come together, everyone, everywhere now. Come together on the floor, on the playground. Catch the rhythm now, turn the music loud. Come together like oh, oh, oh. Come together, everyone, everywhere now. Come together on the floor, on the playground. Catch the rhythm now, turn the music loud. Come together like oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. Just like dust in the air, throw our worries away. We don't need them. No, we don't need them. Come on me, feel the rush. Let's get close and shine a love. Take my hand, it's yours to hold. Come together, don't let go. Light the sky, burn it up. We are young and beautiful. Take my hand, it's yours to hold. Come together, don't let go. Come together, everyone, everywhere now. Come together on the floor, on the playground. Catch the rhythm now, turn the music loud. Come together like oh, oh, oh. Come together, everyone, everywhere now. Come together on the floor, on the playground. Catch the rhythm now, turn the music loud. Come together like oh, na 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 oh, 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 oh. Na 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 oh, oh. Come together, don't let go, yeah.
Responding to emails takes time.
Notice that an amazing amount of talent and skill was needed to produce this video, and not just of the dancers and the choreographers. It needed a whole community of people, including sound and visual technicians, a stage manager, a dance captain, a custodian, costumers, makeup artists, prop assistants, camera operators, physiotherapists, strength and flexibility trainers, and more. All of that diverse talent to affirm the final words, come together, everyone. You see, it's not just our differences that divide us, it is our inability to recognize and celebrate those differences. 6 + 3 = 9, but so does 5 + 4. The way you do things isn't always the only way to do them. Respect other people's way of thinking. Our progress to loving one another takes many paths. Reverend Dr. J. Lyons challenges us to imagine how it would change our theology if we didn't look up to heaven for God, but saw God in the face of neighbors. I believe Jesus modeled exactly that way of life. Imagine a world where we listen to everyone's stories and learn we are not as different as we are the same. How are we the same, you might ask? Consider the golden rule. We Christians believe it is ours. Not so fast. Hurt not others with that which pains yourself. Buddhism. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Christianity. This is the sum of duty. Do not do to others what would cause pain if done to you. Hinduism. None of you truly believe until you wish for others what you wish for yourself. Islam. What you yourself hate, do to no man. Judaism. Live in harmony, for we are all related. Indigenous spirituality. Lay not any soul a load that you would not wish to be laid upon you, and desire not for anyone the things you would not desire for yourself. Baha'i faith. One word that sums up the basis of all good conduct: loving kindness. Do not do to others what you do not want done to yourself. Confucianism. One should treat all creatures in the world as one would like to be treated. Jainism. I am a stranger to no one, and no one is a stranger to me. Indeed, I am a friend to all. Sikhism. Regard your neighbor's gain as your own gain, and your neighbor's loss as your own loss. Taoism. Do not do unto others whatever is injurious to yourself. Zoroastrianism. We affirm and promote respect for the interdependent web of all existence which we are a part. Unitarianism. The heart of the person before you is a mirror. See there your own form. Shinto. Treat others as you would want them to treat you, and can reasonably expect them to want to be treated. Think about their perspective. Atheism. As Archbishop Desmond Tutu has written, different faiths help us realize the immensity of God. I want to share one last brief but humorous video, one with which we can identify. Notice how different are each of the Muppets. So weird in their unique diversity, yet able to come together to share a familiar song. I would suggest the familiar song we are called to share is love.
Morning.
Oh, hi, Kermit.
This poem was written by John Riddell and is titled An Open Poem to Closed Hearts. As I read the last half of his poem, think of this as an inward prayer to send us back into our diverse world. He writes, every inch of everything that exists is a unique piece of abstract splatter art. So if the divine was so unrestrained when it came to creating the stretching forever kingdom of stars, it would make sense that God was even more uninhibited when it came to how we were made. Each of us are a wow sculpture of unbridled, never seen before genius. Who are you to decide how the everlasting potter molds their art? Get over your fear of people who look, live, pray, love, believe differently than you do. Because the more you hide from what is foreign to you, the more you hide from the miracle of this existence. You only get to ride this skin and bone roller coaster for so long. Quit closing your eyes. Stare into the swirl, because that's where God's most profound artwork is. Hurry up, open your eyes. You're missing it. Open your eyes, hurry up. And once you do, you will see it. The relentless power of creation. Oh, how you will gasp when you finally see it. I pray that as you go from this digital space, you too will grasp and gasp at the wonder and mystery of the diversity of perceptions of God and how God works in and through each of us. Until the next Fireside Chat on Wednesday, April 17th. Goodbye.